Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Dave Neal here, stand-up comedian, host of Bachelor Recap, a Guy's Review. This video is about the announcement of the Bachelorette for 2021, which Reality Steve is reporting was announced at the after the final rose ceremony. It's important that everybody knows that Rudy from Listen to Your Heart is not the Bachelorette. That's a red herring. I like to include a little throw you off at the beginning because, you know, YouTube likes to show part of the video to you guys, and some people that don't want to be spoiled, you still click that mouse. So you even look at that thumbnail, YouTube knows they're scanning your retina, and they're like, we'll show you, we'll get you to click. They're like a drug dealer, YouTube. They're like, come on in, we'll start with something light. Next thing you know, you're analyzing a guy's toes. You don't even know the dude. You know what I mean? Hashtag get weird, right? We're into it. So anyway, we all love Rudy. She is not the Bachelorette, and I'm going to share with you who the Bachelorette is, and if you don't want a spoiler, what are you doing here? I'm about to share the spoiler very shortly, but also shout out to Emmanuel Acho, writer of the book Uncomfortable Conversations with a Black Man, and he was the host of The Bachelor. He wrote here, I never in a million years thought the book on slide 2 would lead to the binder you're staring at now. I can't wait. And by the way, I'm sorry, he was the host of After the Final Rose Ceremony, which will air, I believe, next week or in 2 weeks. There's his book right there. It's on sale on Amazon. Becca says a finale for the books. And, you know, a lot of people love what he's doing here. You never know where the path will lead you. When you get on the road. I mean, that's absolutely right. Who would have thought all he wanted to do was have some uncomfortable conversations about race? He's against cancel culture. He thinks, like Dr. Dyson said, I like Dr. Dyson's saying, counsel, not cancel. So Emmanuel Acho basically says, look, let's talk about our differences. Let's talk about our issues. I haven't heard any news about whether or not Chris Harrison was a part of that special taping. If he isn't, I would love if Emmanuel Acho and Chris Harrison sit down and have a one-on-one. Please, make it like 10 hours long. Be as long and thorough as possible. Order in some Little Caesars. Do whatever you need to do to just communicate and be productive. Too often, as I know from my own comment section, we're just trying to get each other. We're just trying to be like, what did you mean when you said that? Oh, what do you think about so-and-so? Let's judge people from the kindness of their heart and realize we're all trying to do the best with the information we have. And of course, Emmanuel Acho, he kind of is the embodiment of all that. He's the embodiment of somebody who just wants to talk it out. So it'll be a very, very, very interesting After the Final Rose. Now, let's get into the spoiler. You guys ready for the spoiler? Are you ready for the spoiler? This is the confirmed by Reality Steve that this was announced at the After the Final Rose taping. The next Bachelorette for the 2021 season, Katie. There it is, folks. Now listen, let me tell you something about the United States of America, okay? From the obscurity of TikTok, a young lady, an assistant bank manager in the Pacific Northwest, signs up for a dating reality show.
I'm not gonna do it, girl.
Signs up for a dating reality show, and what happens next? She gets dumped. And in that process of being dumped, through the good graces of God, and from a beloved nation of supporters, she will be competing with 40 or so gentlemen, hopefully all COVID approved and HPV approved, to see who can steal her heart away. Will it end with love? Will it end with a fantasy suite? We'll have to tune in for this upcoming season of The Bachelorette to find out. Because in between the talks about Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, the true princess of the United States of America in 2021, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Katie Thurston. Like that? Kind of stumbled there for a little bit, but you know, I'm working on my improv skills. Come on, guys, it's a pandemic. We're trying our best over here. All right, listen, this is interesting because there's been a lot of talk. Let's read through this. Reality Steve posted, what I posted last week is now official. Katie Thurston was named the Bachelorette at this past Friday's After the Final Rose taping, for real this time, which is so funny because I was sort of DMing back and forth with her, not to name drop, but there's plenty of past contestants on the show that I communicate with, and of course I'll never share any personal information, but I wasn't able to get anything out of her. You know, until she shows up in that nice, you know, glimmering dress, you never know. They've changed things on people before. So they did their vetting. No one's really found anything about her that could be dangerous for the show. And it looks like that's who they're going to go with. Now, of course, there's going to be a lot of questions about all the diversity issues and why they didn't choose a BIPOC, which is the name they go with, Black, Indigenous, People of Color. Let's read. Someone says, no, I wish it was Michelle. Listen, and here's the deal. There are several, if not dozens, of women who would be great as the Bachelorette. Michelle, Abigail. I didn't know too much about Brie or Piper, and that's probably because I was too caught up in all the drama. But there's plenty of people from last season. There are plenty of people that we've never heard of that would be great in this role. But Katie, if you wanted somebody else, you can't blame Katie for them choosing her. Okay? Katie's fantastic. The advocacy that she's done for different groups, she's using her platform for good. I mean, you just can't judge her for this decision. If you want to judge the Bachelor producers, by all means, jump on that train. But someone says, no, I wish it was Michelle. Same. Yes, she's amazing, an ally and advocate for BIPOC people. Now I hope this means we will have a BIPOC host. But it cannot stop there. Writers, producers, idea makers, casting needs to include BIPOC. After all, this show really said no BIPOC for Bachelorette. But here's the deal, too, and I'm not here to defend Bachelor producers, but, you know, this is one cog in the machine. It's one very good-looking, nice cog. By the way, someone had commented, being, you know, because obviously I'm engaged to the love of my life, my person, Tasha Marie Courtney, and someone had posted like, boy, what did your fiance think when you having this crush on Katie? It's like, you kidding me? Tasha loves Katie just as much as I do. You know, that's the beauty of watching these shows with your better half is that, you know, because Tasha's out of my league, okay? You know, you post a photo with her, triple the likes. She posts a photo with me, she loses 700 followers. That's how it goes when you're dating someone who's better than you. Okay, folks. She's at work. I'm here talking to you. Now, I digress. So, listen, yeah, I mean, Tasha and I both love Katie. Katie, I'm sorry. Yeah, I said that right. Tasha and I both love Katie. I showed Tasha Katie's TikTok about, she has like a 5-minute video of about her essing her pants. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? The old, you know, the old butt flu there. What do you want to call it? You know what I mean? She had an argument with the toilet. And boy, it is the most graphic video you'll ever watch. It is hilarious. It's vulgar. It's authentic. It's amazing. It's just what we need in society. I mean, look, I can't speak for ladies out there, but you tell me. I think the idea that you got to be prim and proper is just so like archaic. It's like, just be authentic. Katie shares a story over the summer on TikTok about her, you know, splitting the goal line over there and, you know, having an accident in a public restroom. And it sounds so relatable to people that's like, oh my gosh, she has those issues too. And it sounds so stupid. And she brings a sex toy to her first date. You know, this isn't going to fly necessarily with a lot of people that are like, I just want prim and proper. I want someone to show up with their umbrella, I do declare. It's like, shut up. This is it. This is the future of authenticity right here. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment. Some people go, oh, Katie's boring. And that's the one. It's like, look, love her, hate her, but who's saying Katie's boring? I mean, she's going to be a fantastic Bachelorette. 5 things about the Bachelor contestant who helps Matt mess with Tyler Cameron. Oh, this is when she got dumped after pranking. I thought she was going to hook up with Tyler Cameron. I think Tyler Cameron would be into her. That was a miscasting right there. She's one of the lucky ladies on the show. This was when she did the perfect date where Tyler Cameron says she's hilarious. I was dying. Katie's someone that I could have fun with doing anything. Well, now we know. There it is, folks. Tyler Cameron would have fun with Katie doing anything, if you know what I mean. So, why did Katie Thurston go viral on TikTok? Even before her Bachelor days. Oh, I'm sorry. You guys can't really see what I'm reading here. Sorry about that. Can you still see it now? Let's see if I can move this over. Even before her Bachelor days, Katie was already a social media sensation thanks to a TikTok video that went viral. In May 2020, Katie posted a video of herself sharing a story about when she essed herself at work. She went into pretty extensive detail about the situation, which involved drinking an iced coffee at 3 in the afternoon. We'll let you watch the explanation for yourselves. It's a pretty wild video. What does she do for a living? Katie may be super candid when it comes to sharing her personal life online, but she also has a steady job. She works as a bank marketing manager in Washington State. Not anymore. She's going on to stardom right now. Katie is looking for a mature man who has ambitions to succeed in everything he does, both personally and professionally. Now, look, I'm not going to get into the details with chats I have with any of contestants. You know, those are obviously like, you know, privacy's privacy. But I did DM Katie and I asked her, I said, Katie, are you a stand-up comedian? Because I Googled Katie Thurston stand-up comedian and nothing popped up. And I was like, look, I'm a stand-up comedian. And a lot of her TikToks are like real strong joke premises. She tells a story about crapping her pants, but she does the thing that all good storytellers do, where she basically starts with the finish line. She says, I want to tell you about the time I crapped my pants. So then anyone who's like casually listening is like, what? And then she tells you in detail this in the devil's in the details. You know, it could be like, oh, I crapped my pants at work. Oh, yeah, that's funny. But when you tell a 5-minute version of that story, that's genius. She's got the chops to do stand-up comedy. Now, quick plug here for myself. Speaking of stand-up comedy, I've been stuck in lockdown all year. I've been in lockdown. I've been in this pandemic. Normally, I would do 5 to 8 stand-up sets a week for the last 10 years or so. You know, it's a long road to success. You do a lot of jokes that bomb. You do a lot. I've had glasses thrown at me. I've had people yell at me. I get bad 1-star yell. I mean, it's a stretch. You're basically learning to play piano. Imagine learning to play the violin in front of a crowd. You know, that first few years, you're like, you know, it sounds like a cat getting molested. That's the deal. That's the deal with stand-up comedy. But I've done it for 10 years. I'm starting to figure out what I need to do. I've got a mailing list. I'm starting to plan. They say, if you build it, they will come. Hey, Fantasy Suites, how are you? Build a little teepee to me. Have a little bit of a third basin. If you build it, they will come. And I'm starting to compile an email list for a stand-up comedy tour I want to do centered around Bachelor Nation. I want to go to different states, different cities like Austin and Portland, Seattle, Nashville, Milwaukee, Boston, Washington, D.C., go to different hotbed cities for stand-up comedy, little 99-seat theaters, maybe bigger if tickets sell more, bring local stand-up comedians along with me, do jokes around Bachelor Nation, Q&A, and then also whatever Bachelor contestants that live in that area that want to come, we'll do a Q&A, a meet and greet. So if you want to be a part of this, it's still very, very early in the works. There'll be a link in the description and you can join my mailing list. It's free for you. That's just where I'm going to be blasting people out directly. The problem with YouTube is it's hard to promote things outside of initial videos. So sometimes you don't see the fact that I just released a Prince Harry and Meghan Markle video because YouTube only shares with you my Bachelor content. That's totally fine. That's all right. But if you want direct access to the work we're going to be doing, releasing new merchandise, I want to make a Thurston for Thurston t-shirt. Would you guys, I would wear that, Thurston for Thurston. Ladies love Katie. A lot of ladies have messaged me and said, look, I'm not gay, nothing wrong with it, but I do have feelings for Katie. She's bringing something out of me, okay? You know, everything's on a spectrum, folks. Katie's bringing it out of these ladies, all right? Thurston for Thurston. So anyway, folks, let me know if you would want to join the mailing list. There's a link in the description. It's just right there. It takes literally 8 seconds. I've gotten hundreds of people have signed up for the mailing list. And then once the world opens back up, we'll start looking at venues, and then it'll be a ton of fun. It'll be a chance for everyone to kind of meet in person, share some laughter. God knows we need it in this world. And maybe even meet some Bachelor contestants. We'll get them to show up. But I thought of that because I was like, Katie's so funny. If she ever came to one of my stand-up shows and just told the poop story, that's like a closing bit. You can't follow that. No comic wants to go on stage after hearing her destroy with that story. It's so good. So Katie, if you're listening, I know you're off to bigger things, but there's nothing better than making a live audience laugh. And I'm telling you, keep writing down all your experiences. You are a gifted, gifted, gifted storyteller. Anyway, so let's play this TikTok that we had over here of Katie. Let's see if I can find this. Where did it go? Oh, here. This is a good one. This is Katie's glow up, I think the kids call it.
Girl, don't do it. It's not worth it. I'm not going to do it, girl. I was just thinking about it. I'm not going to do it.
There it is.
I did it. Girl, don't do it. It's not worth it. I'm not going to do it, girl. I was just thinking about it. I'm not going to do it.
Damn.
I did it.
Listen, if that's not a glow up from a regional bank marketing manager, this feels like a season of The Office. You know, like we do printer paper sales. It's like regional manager marketing bank, whatever the heck it is. And some of her coworkers have left comments on my video saying, Katie's sweet. She sounds sweet. She sounds like she's authentic. She stands up against bullying. So many different causes that she's out there fighting for. Again, you can't hate on her for them wanting to choose her. She seems like a catch and very unique for the show. She's not the pageant queen we've had in the past, but she's the pageant queen we need. Leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Link in the description, link in my comment section if you want to join my mailing list. Let's get on it. #GetWeird. I'll see you guys out there. Bye, everybody.